Really fast, because Channel 4 News, in their coverage of this story that they broke, they also spoke with Harvard professor Cornel West about this. So I want to go to a little bit of that interview.
Well, I mean, the Black Lives Movement, which focuses on the degree to which the police have tried to suppress and contain working class and poor black folk especially. This is just a particular manifestation of it vis-a-vis the voting booth. Suppression, containment, and trying to cultivate helplessness, cultivate hopelessness. Thank God the movement that we're a part of is shattering that kind of sense of helplessness.
Exactly, and so look, and it looks like Cornel West obviously can be, shocked and dismayed by this attempt to disenfranchise or drive out people through apathy. But we also know that it's not new. And it's continuing, and in some ways, this isn't the worst thing that they did. There are any number of different ways. That's why we try to get people to know about their rights as voters as early as possible. Go to vote.org, 2it.com/vote. You can get all the information that you need so that you're not confused by weird Trump campaign mailers coming to your house or anything like that. Get it out of the way now while you still have time.
You know how powerful our vote is by how much they work at suppressing it. That's how you have to hold on to it as much as you can, because they wouldn't spend all of that money. They wouldn't do all of this if it wasn't going to make a difference in stopping people from voting. And there's a lot of reasons for us to feel hopeless, like Dr. West said. I mean, and we are so blessed to have Dr. West. I absolutely love him. And, we have to fight against that. And if you do listen to more things like what he says and what other academics say, you have to keep the faith and you have to stay towards your principles. And, it's difficult when you do feel disenfranchised already. So it's egregious. It's disgusting. I'm not surprised. I'm really glad this story came out, because I think a lot of people who didn't vote or say, I don't care, they're going to see that they were manipulated, and nobody likes to be manipulated. And even in the story that you had shared with me about this, John, they interviewed some of the people who were on their list and they didn't like it. Nobody wants to be told who you are and what you're going to do. And nobody wants to believe that we're manipulated by ads. But I am, because I bought a few things off of Instagram. So I know that we can be, moved in that way. And so I think putting stories out like this, talking about it here on your show, is super important for those people who are political, who are really engaged, but are now recognizing how they've been manipulated. And they talked a lot about African Americans in this particular story, but I do believe that it's happening at an extreme level with Latinos right now in this election, in this campaign, this whole pedophilia thing, and they find things that people are passionate about. They find the things that they're fearful of, and they are playing up on them just like crazy. And there was even laws against subliminal advertising. Back when television first started, they used to have hypnosis things to give you headaches when you're watching Excedrin ads and stuff, and they stopped that. So we need to say, hey, you cannot hypnotize people. You cannot trick and manipulate people, and we cannot rely on the benevolence of Mark Zuckerberg to make sure that doesn't happen.
We certainly can't. And as we're going through the story, just remind, I don't know if you saw The Social Dilemma, that documentary that came out. This seems like a pretty clear example of what they were trying to do. And not just, I want him to purchase an extra pair of sneakers. Like, I'm going to try to win an election by micro-targeting the exact number of swing voters in one state of a particular race that are needed. Like, all of that stuff. That's no, very few people know that that's apparently the sort of country we live in. And I don't think anybody outside of the candidate doing it wants us to live in that country. So just bear that in mind. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.